It's 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, New South Wales, Australia. Dr. Jason W. Morrison, theologist. I just want the viewers to know that I've donated $100 to Stuart on behalf of myself and the viewers, just to show some support for what this man's gone through and is going through. I don't think it's got any real justice behind it at all. It's a theological issue that's being played out. But with the wiles and the cunningness of the Watchtower Bible and Tract Society's inability to be able to communicate about the Bible fairly and squarely, they've gone to the law to try and shut Stuart's ministry as to teaching viewers about the wiles of the Jehovah Witnesses and the cult. They don't like it. They're using the law now. They've gone to Caesar, as it were, to try and fix a spiritual problem. Now, the spiritual problem is their lies, their deceit. I don't think, as a theologist, not the best or greatest theologist around, but as a professional theologist, that these people should be allowed in the communities, because the theology that they share is wrong, blatantly wrong. It has no substance whatsoever. It encourages sin in the sense of the way that it's delivered and presented and the things and the rules that they put on people. The Bible teaches that that will cause religiously empowered sin. They've got no clue of that. They've got a murder doctrine in the blood doctrine. They think Jesus has come back in 19... Look, it just goes on and on and on. And I couldn't do nothing. So viewers, on behalf of yourselves and the support you've shown me and the spirit that you have, which you've shared with me, towards this man, I've made a donation, and I want you to know that it's been for you as well to show our support for Stuart. This is where Stuart's up to now.
I'm not going to be bringing this recording device with me, viewers, everywhere I go right now. Because I'm pretty sure that they're watching for it and could very easily tell me that because it potentially contains evidence of a crime, they're going to have to confiscate it. So I'm not going to be bringing it with me. But it's 9 o'clock in the morning on Monday, August 27th. I'm going to go speak, hopefully, to a Vancouver police detective. I'm going to go right into the Vancouver Police Department downtown and hopefully be able to show that police detective. This is for him or her. So you've seen these before. These are screen captures from my videos going all the way back to December of 2017, last year. It should be like this, actually. Right. So we have from December. He's not going to care about an elder lying to us about the Shepherd the Flock of God book, but he might care about this woman lying to the police about me. This woman filming me and then running away when I approached her. This man assaulting me, this man assaulting me, this woman assaulting me, this man assaulting me, this man assaulting me and threatening me, and this police officer refusing to identify herself after being asked repeatedly while putting me and keeping me in handcuffs. So hopefully I can find a police detective today who's going to care about that and let you know what happens. So really, Jehovah's Witnesses have decided that me making them feel uncomfortable means that I should spend a night in jail and have 11 impossible to fully adhere to conditions of release imposed on me. We'll see if I can find somebody in the Vancouver Police Department who cares about how being lied to, lied about, assaulted, and threatened, and being placed in handcuffs without having a police officer identify herself makes me uncomfortable. So I'm uncomfortable, viewers. I'm going to go be uncomfortable today and see if I can get a police detective to care about this, along with the transcript, along with what happened at customs, along with what that doctor tried pulling. So really, I'm going to just start with this, so I'll keep you posted. I'm not going to be filming. I'm not going to be bringing this with me downtown because I'm pretty sure that they're going to say, well, you know, Mr. Lefebvre, that device might contain evidence of a crime, so I'm afraid we're going to have to confiscate it. So I'm not even going to bring it. So these videos aren't going to be as entertaining, but it's probably just going to be me telling you the truth about what happened. So this is what I'm going to be doing today. Hopefully, I've already contacted a law firm in Nova Scotia, one in Ontario, the one handling the class action lawsuit, and another one in Nova Scotia who handles a lot of XJW cases. I've given them my contact information, YouTube channel, Facebook, so hopefully somebody's looking into what's going on with me and I can get some advice, because I'm pretty sure I'm going to defend myself before the judge on the 5th when I ask for the audio CD and before the judge on the 17th when she reviews how cooperative I've been regarding the conditions of release. So I'm going to be meeting with the doctor, the mental health team tomorrow again, and they're going to be getting no cooperation from me. I don't need to be threatened with detainment for refusing to cooperate when I was told that cooperating was based on my consenting. I don't consent. I did consent, and you saw what a mistake that was. So that won't be happening tomorrow. I won't be filming it, but I'll be keeping you updated. So you guys are awesome, and I'm not going anywhere. They're trying to turn me into a mental patient. They're trying to get me to lose my cool so that they can say, Mr. Lefebvre has a problem with violence. I don't have a problem with violence. I ask you, who has the problem with violence, you guys? Hey guys, so it's about 1 o'clock now, and I was running around all morning, and the first place I went was the courthouse to ask somebody at the registry office if there was a court fee associated with making the request for the audio CD. The first person I talked to said, why would there be a court fee? I don't think there's a court fee. I said, could you please find out? So she went to get somebody else, and then somebody else came back and said, no, there's no court fee associated with that. But while I was there waiting, a sheriff came up to me and was like, are you Stuart Lefebvre? And I was like, yeah. And I was like, well, why? How do you know that? And he's like, because you're on YouTube. Are you recording? And I go, no, I'm not recording today, officer. Okay. Within 10 minutes of me entering the courthouse at 211 or 222 Main Street, I forget, the Vancouver courthouse in the downtown East End, within 10 minutes of my entering the building, the cops were on me asking if I was recording today. So it was smart that I didn't bring this recording device with me because they probably would have confiscated it. So I can't prove it to you that that's what happened, but that's what happened. And then I went looking for the sort of desk duty lawyer who was around, but she was in court, so I didn't talk to her. And then I went back to the court on Powell Street where I had the mental health session. And within about 5 minutes of my entering that building, everybody came out into the reception area to greet me. They were kind of looking me up and down to see where the device was. There was no device. And then Andrew from the session, the other mental health representative, asked me to come into the office and talk to him. I told him about what happened to me at the airport. I showed him the transcript. I explained to him that she tried to sneak me into consenting to her saying something that she didn't say. And he was like, wow, man, wow. Well, that's why we're here, Stuart. We're here to help you get these charges dropped. Okay. So we'll find out tomorrow how there they are for me to get my charges dropped. So I'll let you know how that session goes tomorrow. Of course, I'm not going to be recording, but I'll let you know as soon as it happens. And then I went to the Vancouver Police Department on Canby Street. Of course, along the way I had to go through Broadway City Hall SkyTrain, and of course on the way of exiting the SkyTrain, I violated the conditions of my release by coming within 100 meters of Jehovah's Witnesses who were set up at carts. Of course, I couldn't tell until I came around the corner, but there they were. Of course, on the way back, I didn't enter. I took some pictures with my phone. I'll try to get those pictures off the phone so you can see. They're set up at every SkyTrain around the city. So while I'm trying to run around Vancouver, okay, going to the police, going to courts, making appointments, using public transportation to do so, I am violating the conditions of my release, you guys, every time I sort of exit a SkyTrain station and maybe they're set up there. So this is all supposed to drive me nuts. I'm supposed to lose my cool. I'm supposed to be violent. I'm very calm. I'm just a little amped up because I've got a million things to do. I've got some other things I'm working on that I can't tell you about. But I can tell you about this. Okay, you guys. So I went to the police department and I asked for a detective, a police officer, but they said no, we don't. You can't see them here. But she gave me this card. She gave me this card and said you can call this phone number. Okay, and then ask to speak to a police officer there. So I said, okay, let me talk to a police officer then. So finally I spoke to a police officer and I was like, yes, I'd like to file a report based on such and such incidences dating back to January with all the assaults, right? I just wanted to talk about them all at once. And they were like, why didn't you file those reports when they first happened? Like when you were harassed, Mr. Lefebvre, why didn't you file the report? And I said, because I wanted to try to deal with it person to person and talk to the people, trying to get an explanation as to why they thought that behavior was acceptable, etc., right? Not involve the police, which really I've been forced to do now. So I wonder if this is another ploy, forcing me to involve the police so the judge can just say, well, you know what, Mr. Lefebvre, maybe you should just stay away then, right? See, so now I've been forced to defend myself, and in the process of defending myself, of course I'm going to be going to the police. Of course I'm going to be trying to get a file number, a police report. Anyway, so she comes back on after putting me on hold saying, Mr. Lefebvre, you're going to have an opportunity to tell the judge about everything that they've done to you. Why do you want to make a file report? Why do you want to make a police report now? And I said, because I want to make a police report. I don't want to just leave it for me to get everything right in front of the judge on the 17th. I'd like to talk to an officer, please, about these assaults, right? And you know what? And then she was like, fine. It's like she was upset that I wanted to talk to a police officer instead of just waiting until the 17th to go before the judge to talk about it. I was like, no, I'd like to talk to a police officer, please, about these incidents. And she was like, over the phone. I wasn't there in person, but over the phone I could hear her. She was like, fine, wait. So I still haven't heard back. She wanted my address, phone number. I gave her both. I haven't heard back. I wonder if police are going to come see me tonight at 7, 8, 9, 10 o'clock to ask me about these incidents, or if they're just going to be checking up on me and trying to scare me again. So we'll see. So they have that information. I'm waiting to be contacted back by the DPD to talk about those incidents. Anyway, and along with that, I requested all information pertaining to the incident number. Okay, that's the file number right there, you guys, from the 16th of July. Okay, 18-144502. Sarah Travor, Michael Onwood filed the report on the 16th of July. That's the file number, 18-144502. This is a request to the Information and Privacy Unit. Okay, so I filled this out today. Now check this out. A person is expected to wait up to 30 working days, okay, before responses to the requests for information can be expected to be processed and received, okay? Now, Crown Counsel knew that, the judge knew that, I'm sure my defense attorney knew that, so you'll recall that my hearing was on the 17th. I was told that I'll be coming back on the 17th of September to review whether or not I've met the conditions of my release. But isn't it interesting that in the process of wanting to defend myself and have access to this file, I'm going to have to wait up to 30 business days, which is like 6 weeks. So I find it very interesting that I'm having to go before the judge 30 actual days, where it's supposed to could take up to 30 working days for me or even a lawyer. I said, would it make a difference if I was a lawyer? She said, no, that's just the way it works. So I find it very interesting that between the 17th of August and the 17th of September, when I'm to come before the judge again to review whether or not I've met the 11 conditions of my release, 30 actual days from when I first saw her, that it's going to take 30 working days possibly for me to get my hands on that file, on that police file. So again, viewers, the runaround continues. Your guess is as good as mine as to what they're going to try to do next or what they're keeping from me at the moment. I'm off to go do something else right now I can't talk about to try to have my ducks in a row for tomorrow. But your support is amazing. Your advice is amazing. And just to let you know, I'm not laying down. But how much can a person do? How many times can they run into a roadblock like this? Okay, so the question now is, when am I going to hear from a Vancouver police officer to talk about all those incidents where I can show them the videos, where Brian Alston assaulted me, where Louis Cotsieris assaulted me, where that sister grabbed this away from me, where Dave, I forget his last name, pushed me in the stomach, and of course Ron Peebles, the great Ron Peebles. So hopefully I'll hear from a Vancouver police officer and be able to talk to them about that. And we'll see how interested they're going to be in hearing about that from me. And you better believe this device will be operational when I do that. So I guess that's the next video to anticipate, viewers. How interested are the Vancouver police going to be in my side of the story?
When you look at the situation that Stuart's in, it's a theological problem. It's not a law-breaking problem. I don't think Stuart's broken the law at all. In fact, it's the other way around. So I just want the viewers to know I've donated to Stuart on behalf of yourselves and myself, this channel, and I would encourage anybody that can give something to Stuart, just to give him something. If he can get through this, this could be groundbreaking for other people that have been stood over by this very powerful cult organization. It's not a Christian organization. It is not recognized as a Christian organization. And Stuart's just trying to teach people about how it works and how it functions and how evil it is. Unfortunately, it's evil. For all it's good, at the end of the day, it's just an evil organization. So if you can support Stuart, please support him. This is Dr. Jason W. Morrison, theologist. What time is it, viewers? It is... No, I can't get you the time. Hang on. It is 4:43 Eastern Standard Time, New South Wales, Australia. There's Stuart's thing there. Please support him one way or another. Send him a message, send him a comment. Bye for now. Yeah, Dr. Jason Morrison, theologist again. I just want to say thank you for watching the videos, and I hope you got plenty of self-rediscovery and freedom out of it. If you watched it on YouTube, please share or like, maybe even comment. If you watched it on Facebook, like, comment, share. But most of all, get out and live. This isn't a rehearsal. You've got a one-off life. Don't let your loyalty and your faithfulness blind you to the life that you should be experiencing. Till the next video, Thank you for watching, and bye for now.